Hello and welcome back to Airbrush Ways. Happy days, we have a new heater in the shed which makes life a lot more bearable, and as you can see we're now going to do a little bit more on this mini painting, Jack Kennedy. I've decided I'm going to spend a little bit of time here on the two forks. So there's a little bit of writing on there. There is some stickers, and what we need to do first, because it's actually grey, is I need to put in some white. So I've just put the stencil that I cut out of there to put the tyre in. I've just picked that back up and I'm going to put some white now into the two forks. I've got Wicked White with 4012 reducer and 4030 balancing clay. There's probably about 75% of additive to the paint, so we'll give it a go and we'll see what's coming out of here. I'm just going to build this up a little bit first. So I think that's enough of the white in there for now. So what I'm going to do is change this over, put a little bit of bluey black in there, change the stencil over and put down the Pirelli signs. Okay, so we're back now with some Wicked detailed Wicked blue, tiny drop of Wicked black mixed with the usual ratio of 4012 reducer and 4030 balancing clay. Just going to get rid of that drop of reducer in the bottom there. Okay, so I think we're somewhere near. You can see I've changed the stencil over. This is the one we used initially for the screen, so I've just cut out around the two forks where the Pirelli and the stickers are, and I'm just going to darken that in now ever so slightly. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more black. I have a drop of black on the palette here, so I'm just dipping the paintbrush in that, adding it to the airbrush. We'll see what kind of a change we get out of this one. I think it does need to be a bit black, a bit darker. Slight edge on there. So I'm just making it look like there's a bit of a line in there, but I didn't want to go too crazy. Same with this side here. I'm just going to put Okay, so I'm going to take that stencil off now and see how that looks. It may have to go a bit darker, yeah, slightly. So I'm going to add, I'm probably going to leave that stencil off there now, and add a bit more black Okay, a bit darker. I'm just going to put in I think I might end up putting some more white in on top of this when it's done. I'm going to add, yet again, another bit more black into here. Okay, I'm going to put that back on because it's easier to just get exactly the same spots for the sake of waiting a second. Okay. Now, get this back on, and then I think we need to put some white over the top of this after to give us that shine. Take that back off. We've got those bits in. What I'm going to do now, actually while I've got it here, is the little bit between the wire. There is a badge there over the Pirelli, so we might just guesstimate where that is out there. So we'll just fill in that bit there. Don't forget, you can always change any of this over. You can always add a bit of reducer, you can always thicken it up, and if it doesn't work right, then just change it back. Don't be in a panic over the airbrush isn't working and I can't get a decent spray out of it. And the way I looked at it at one stage was, well, I know it takes a lot of practice and know-how, but if somebody else can do it, you can do it. Think of it that way. If somebody else can do it, you can do it, I'm sure. So just take your time and change things around if you're not certain. Okay, there's blue in this tyre, so I'm going to put that in there now while I've got this. So sorry about that, the battery went. I've just changed the battery and brought you in a little bit closer. So as I was saying, there is blue on this tyre. It's obviously the reflection off the bike, so I'm just going to add that little bit of blue on there. Okay, that's going to do for that. So the next job, as you know, when I'm trying to get those little letters in there, I'm going to start by using the paintbrush, and I'm going to go around where the white letters are. So what I'm doing here, if you can see this without me spilling it, I'm just using the normal brush. I've took some of that colour out of the airbrush and put it down, and then it needs to be a bit thicker in consistency than the airbrush paint. So I'm just adding some blue and some black. So now we need to put in just a tiny drop of reducer I've just put onto the palette. When you're painting with the paintbrush, you have to be real careful, because too thin it'll just spread, too thick you won't be able to use the brush. So it's just trying to find that happy medium. Okay, that's one side done. So just reload the brush, move over to this side. Too wet. Okay, so that's that done. Just going to neaten this up. Oh, as you can see, while I'm doing one bit, it leads on to another, and the next minute I'm going crazy with the brush. But it's only little bits that I'm going to look at later and say, why didn't I do that while I had the brush with that colour? So that's what I'm kind of trying to do at the moment. Just go around and pick out tiny spots where a lot of the time you'd probably think to yourself, well, it's hardly worth changing that or adding that. But all these little bits do make a difference. Okay, that's the phone, just one second. Okay, so I pulled the painting away there after that phone call, and what I'm going to do now is, because I'm getting to the stage where I've got to put this gold coloured number 1 on the painting, and I'm not really certain how it's going to work, so I'm just going to try it out this is just air now. I've just used this old panel which you probably recognise from when we did the chrome effect, and I've just cut out 3 squares. I don't mind the little blotch of white on there. The white I had was playing up a little bit. So anyway, that's the 3 little white blocks. So what I'm going to do now is just see which one of these comes out looking the best. I'm going to start with pearlized white. That's 4301. And I'm just going to put a drop of that in first and make a base out of that. So that can go in there first. Lovely effect on its own, even with nothing else in there. Pearlized white. Now I'm just going to have to do a quick clean out. So this next one, I'm going to use this Quicksilver Chrome. It's 4104 Quicksilver Chrome, and of course it's another auto air, and create a base. So this is okay, and then the reason for putting that in there now is I'm just going to add another drop of that Quicksilver Chrome. Chrome. I'm going to add Wicked Yellow, Detailed Yellow. Okay, so that's 0052 Wicked Yellow, and I'm going to add that to the Chrome. And then on this one then, the Quicksilver Chrome with yellow in it. That's just air now. That looks quite nice, I like that. Quicksilver Chrome plus yellow. What I might just do now then is actually for half of that, if I put that over there, I'm going to add Wicked Red. Now, just see what this is like. Okay, with that out of there now, just straight yellow, which is going to go over the Quicksilver Chrome and the pearlized white. And then Quicksilver Chrome with yellow. Quicksilver and yellow, Quicksilver yellow and red. Actually, to me now that looks really nice. I'm going to see if I can give you a better picture of that. Which one do you think? Actually, that one with the red in it has turned out really well. I like that colour even if I don't use it this time. I'll use that again somewhere. Without the camera, to me, the Quicksilver and yellow looks more of a gold colour. The other ones are picking up the yellow a lot. Anyway, tell me what you think. It's not a bad idea to be messing about with those colours before I do that one. I'd hate to put it on and it looked like a canary stuck on the front of his bike. So that's it for now. We'll get onto it a little bit later, maybe next video you might see me finishing this thing off. Thanks for watching. If you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the little bell icon at the side, which will tell you when I've got another video out. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Oh, and just in case you didn't know, I've a new heater in the shed. Everything's good in the world. Alright, speak to you soon. Bye bye.